she did. Our daddy.
And this is only
our daddy. Our daddy. And this is our daddy.
Oh, yes, I did.
Please try it if you want to.
Put some respect on my daddy's name.
I dare you.
On her name.
Put
I
some
dare you.
respect on her name.
What is going on here?
Hello and good morning, Skullies. Oh my God, I miss saying that. And I feel like every time I come back on here, I say I miss saying that. But let me say, my goal for 2022 is for me to be consistent.
Consistency.
And stick with you guys because I love you all and I be missing y'all. I just be busy. But that's not an excuse.
Not an excuse.
But Happy New Year, everybody!
Happy New Year!
My name is Savonne Pearson, as you know,
I'm Liz.
and we are back for another episode of Toxic Mental Tuesday, where we talk about anything having to do with toxicity and or mental health. And before we get into all the toxicity that is today's episode, let's get some champagne for the new year.
We are 2 weeks late.
Wait, 2 weeks late, but you know, we don't have to talk about it. Twisty twist. Oh, okay, no.
No,
So you
you
gotta
have to, hold on.
stab her in there.
Well, first you gotta take this off.
Oh, we gotta take it off. I don't drink as much.
Oh no, that's me.
She's a pro.
I'm a pro. Okay.
Okay, we got this.
Okay, it wasn't too bad though.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Cool. Now this champagne is where we really messed up, or maybe where I really messed up because I'm not much of a drinker at all, so I wasn't really watching for the technical stuff that was going on. So a bit of the video kind of went downhill the longer we kept recording. So here I am, some contacts and a dog bite later, and I am here to fill in the gaps that we maybe didn't talk about that day, and then I'm going to wrap us up at the very end of the video and tell you about the last allegations we've heard about Angela. I'll let you guys get back to Liz and I will see you guys throughout the video. I know every episode we have our Toxic Mental Tuesday mug, but unfortunately she has fallen off of the coffee maker when I was trying to make some coffee.
Rest in peace.
So I will be ordering a new one on eBay. If you guys want to gift me, I'm kidding, you don't have to gift me one, but I will be ordering another one on eBay. I just wanted to note that I appreciate all the new subscribers that have come on since this past video. Aww. Y'all blew us the fuck up. Y'all really did. I came back, I said 150K. What is happening? So I just want to say I appreciate all you guys, all you new subscribers. And I know you guys are like tired of hearing us speak about anything that isn't what the topic is. So we will get straight into that. But let me take a nice little sip, and you take a sip too, for you. So again, of course, I want to provide a trigger warning. I know you guys came for me last time in the comments about the trigger warning, but it is necessary because we're going to be talking about a lot of heavy topics today as last time. So this time we're going to be talking about things that kind of involve minors, that are very uncomfortable topics, as well as
self-harm.
So this stuff is a little deep. Just take a breather because we're getting into some dark shit again. So about a week and a half after we released our video, Rolling Stone came out with an article discussing everything that we talked about basically and more with a bit more detail.
I think it's crazy that Angela actually got national attention, but for someone like her who feeds off of the negativity.
For someone who needs attention from other people in order to keep growing what they're doing, whether it be in a positive way or in a negative way, in her case in a negative way, is they need this type of national acknowledgement. They need this type of social media reach, and that's exactly what she's gotten. Yeah. So I feel like we've actually been giving her exactly what she wants. And we'll talk a little bit about that towards the end and how we're going to wrap up this whole thing.
Right, this is definitely the last time.
Yeah, we can't keep doing this and giving her the attention that she wants. So this article is named, it started with thirst traps on TikTok. Now she's accused of running a BDSM cult.
Yikes.
Yeah, we will have the article linked down below if you want to read the full thing, but we will be discussing the few highlighted parts that we think are pretty interesting, integral to the story. One thing I found that was mainly interesting is there were a lot of contradicting views from different members of the cult. So I'll read the first quote and then Liz will read the second quote, and then we'll kind of compare notes on what we think is going on here. So the weekly lives and Zooms would also get increasingly more sexual. So again, diving right back into the story. Nuri, who is another former Daddysgirls cult member who we have never talked about or known about until this article, essentially. So she was in the group from January to March 2021, and she revealed that the last Zoom that she participated in devolved into a group masturbation session. She said, and I quote, "Angela would sit there and just look," she says. "Most of the time I was staring at her, look at them, with no expression on her face. You couldn't see if she enjoyed it or hated it. She just sat there, lifeless." Sat there? Oh my God. Did I just say that? I'm so sorry. That's like the wrong time to say that, but I really just said that. Oh, wow. Another time she said she saw Angela consensually choke one of her main girls on a live. And at one point she was worried it may go too far. "We were all begging her to stop," she says. So that is one encounter of the situation that happened on Zoom. So Liz will read the second encounter, and then we can just talk about what we think.
A former member of Daddysgirls who requested not to be identified by name confirmed that Van Dusen choked the other member on a live. She says that the woman had specifically asked Angela to choke her. She also denies that any of the women in the live asked Angela to stop choking the other member. The other women were getting turned on by it. All the girls, she said. "All the ones that talked to you were turned on by it. They want to be victims so bad they're willing to lie about it." She described Daddysgirls as a big-ass fan club and nothing more, and denies that any of the other women had meaningful contact with Angela. "They're just coming forward because they want clout," she said. I was definitely stumbling on the last part.
Oh, no, it's okay. I was stumbling too.
Why am I
Look, it's okay. It's because we had a little champagne, y'all, okay?
Yeah,
but it's okay.
sorry.
It's not like we're not going to deliver you the news the way the news needs to be delivered.
Okay, Amazon Prime.
2-day shipping. 2-day delivery. One was saying that everything that happened was consensual, including the choking, while another was saying no, that absolutely not was not consensual, and everyone was objecting to it. So again, two different perspectives of the same encounter. We really can't tell you which one is true. We can just give you the facts. So let us know in the comments which one you think actually happened. But I do want to linger a little bit on that last statement where they're talking about clout. So now remember, you guys, when I told you that our opinions changed a little bit from the last episode that we did? Well, look, this is where the question marks kind of start, the wheels start turning in my head. So before we get into it, let me play this video. So her caption is, "Yeah, I had a field day with Angela." And she's referring to talking to the reporter at Rolling Stone and them writing a whole article about it. So all of these things, these articles, these videos that we are releasing, it's basically just giving more ammunition and more visibility to Angela's accounts. So this person kind of celebrating getting an interview with a reporter to give Angela more attention. I don't know, but I also see the aspect of celebrating the fact that the person that you were in a very abusive relationship, a very abusive alleged cult with, you would need a place to be able to share your story. So what do you think?
I feel like she really is just thriving off of the attention that she's getting to her page. I don't even think it's about getting Angela the attention anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like she's starting to get traction as well, from being one of the Daddysgirls and one of the ones that people are talking to.
Yeah.
And so I feel like she's really enjoying this more than not.
It just raises the question that everyone keeps putting out there, that Angela herself, that Chae, that Bella, that Toya, I believe her name is Taya, that Aunt Karen, that King, that another character we're going to introduce a little bit later. it's putting out that question. They're all pointing fingers at each other saying, you're doing this for clout, you're doing this for clout, you're doing this for clout. Here we're trying to make sense of it, but it just really raises questions of people's intentions and like, why is this coming out at this time? Are we just bringing, again, more traction to her, or are we bringing visibility to something that is really hurting people?
Right. Which one of y'all is doing it for clout? So here we have Chae's response to the allegations that all of this is just for clout and attention.
She said, you do know them interviews are helping us get justice. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Right.
Stop coming for the ones who are doing interviews. So again, Chae is presenting that side where they're just doing it so they can get visibility and justice for the things that they have experienced. So
are they getting the justice?
I don't know. That's the question.
Has anything been done? Like, really?
Honestly, from what I've seen, I don't think any investigations. I mean, I've heard that investigations are happening, but I've not seen any like tangible evidence of this. So I'm not sure.
I don't know.
So going more along in this Rolling Stone article, we actually heard from Chae herself. So she also got interviewed in this article. So one night, Chae says after she failed to show Angela proper respect in her live, Van Dusen, who is also Angela, requested she get a razor cut and an A for Angela to her leg. It's just very heartbreaking to hear. Because it's just like, these are such touchy topics. So for us to be speculating, it's very touchy for us to talk about this in general. But we will provide you with all the information and allow you guys to come to whatever conclusion you like to come to. Another time, Chae says she and other members who were on a group FaceTime were instructed to harm themselves 3 times. But Chae was told to harm herself 7 times because she was crying and shaking, which apparently angered Angela. We'd have to put our phones towards our legs. I was putting it on my ring light. She'd ask me to pull my ring light down to see the scars on our legs. She'd tell us where to make cuts, which area, and where to put it on my leg. All of that is, I feel like, a little bit more detailed than the stuff that we discussed in the first video. And again, I linked the article below, so if you guys really want to get into the nitty-gritty details of everything that transpired, you go ahead and read there. So again, we have this opposing argument on the other side. This former Daddy's Girl member who opted out to be more anonymous has also shared this. So I'll let Liz read it.
She denies that Angela ever directly instructed anyone to cut themselves and claims that Chae and another member of the group specifically requested they be allowed to self-harm because it turned them on. I'm not going to judge her if that's what she likes to do, she says. She also provided text messages showing Chae asking Angela to be allowed to cut her face and carving the letter A into her leg to prove her loyalty.
Yikes. Oh my goodness. I'll be honest, just from the timeline that we've been seeing, it's seeming a lot like, I could be wrong, but it's seeming a lot like Bella is that former member, because if you see this back and forth is very similar to our Bella versus Chae segment in the first video. So, and you'll also see as we continue to get further into this video, we'll talk about Bella and Chae again, and it just sounds and it seems very similar. So I don't know, who do you think could be this anonymous member?
I definitely think it's Bella, especially like you said, we're gonna get more into that later, but some of the things that Bella said match up perfectly with this.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about the earlier members. Bella was
like one of the main girls,
right?
So.
And she was talking a lot about Chae and Bella obviously crossed paths because they were in it at the same time. So it just seemed like the timelines are lining up, but you let us know what you guys think in the comments. So today we're relying heavy on comments just because I really appreciated you guys' interactions with our last video. So I'm going to be highlighting some of the comments I think are really like, I don't know, I think they really bring a different aspect to the story. And I think they were bringing up things that we basically didn't really think about the first time. So you guys had some other thoughts. You guys were sleuthing and I appreciate that. So I'm going to get straight into some of your comments. This is from Danny Lamb. I don't know about the latter half of that. That's a bit touchy. That's a longer conversation, but it was more so the top half that I really like. It really had me questioning, what were Chae's motives? Because it was seeming like it was a revenge thing, you know? Like, I'm angry that I couldn't be in the top spot. And so now here I have this opportunity to come forward with all of these crazy things that I did during this cult situation that I got out of.
And I think it's a little interesting. I've noticed that a lot of the other girls don't actually back up some of the things that Chae's saying.
Yes.
It seems like
she's the only
one saying some of this.
You know, from what we've seen so far, it seems like anytime someone has discussed the self-harming, it has been in hand in hand with Chae. Like, it has somewhere in the story.
No one else is
Chae.
saying that.
Yeah. So when Bella talks about it, she's like, that was Chae's thing. And this is, again, something I want to bring up from the first video that I really thought, I really like ruminated on for a minute. A person who was formerly in the cult and knew Angela said, Angela is a people pleaser. She will take your advice, she will get to know you, and she will manipulate you that way. So she will take whatever you already have, whatever your weakness is, and she'll use it.
One of the other comments that we found interesting was from Shani Keith, so shout out to you. They said, side note, when she pulls up the text messages, the interviewer was very rude. And Chae says, my name is Natas. I want to show you something. That's Satan backwards.
All of it is just like, it just gives me weird vibes, you know?
Yeah,
I don't think, and she said Angela didn't come up with her nickname, so she came up with her own nickname. So she purposely chose, you know?
Yeah.
It's just some of these things aren't fully making sense.
Something's not adding up.
So I'm thinking, you know, maybe Chae got ahead of the curve. Maybe she was able to get her story out before everyone else did.
It makes it seem more believable.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the first person to speak is always the first person that's going to first get fraternized for their story, but also they set the basis. That's who you believe. That's who we believed.
Yeah, and they get the most attention.
Absolutely.
Someone asked her why social make women uncut themselves. This was her response.
I mean, some people just need a little bit of coaching to do certain things.
Some people just need a little coaching. Like, yes, this is a cocky person, absolutely, but it's seeming more on the manipulative side than anything.
Oh, she's super manipulative.
Yeah. Some people just need a little
And
coaching.
she loves it. I don't understand.
Oh, she absolutely
I do not
loves it.
understand.
She loves being the smartest person, or quote unquote the smartest person in the room. So I remember a few minutes ago when I said that I think Bella is the anonymous source to the Rolling Stone article. Bella did an interview with our very, very favorite interviewer at the Black Podcast Show. Popping in again here to say we actually got a comment from the Black Podcast Show. Actually, the interviewer, she left a comment, which was super sweet. Initially, when we only had one perspective of the story, that was just Chae's. Of course, we thought that the interviewer was being really harsh on the victim. And now in this video, we discover that there is more to the story. There's more people coming forward, and maybe Chae's perspective is not the only perspective. So that's why I commented back and told her, you know, I'm so sorry about us being so harsh about your interviewing styles. I now understand your skepticism. And, you know, she said something that I think wraps it all up and really encompasses it well. She said there's a lot of layers to the situation. I still don't feel I needed to handle Chae with gentle gloves, but I get how it came across to some. So just hearing from her and understanding why she came at her that way, it kind of makes sense now in the grand scheme of things. So I just wanted to bring this up before we got into Shantae's interview with Bella. Bella basically came on the Black Podcast Show to share her story up against Chae's story. So we get a completely different side to what Chae was telling, similarly to what we see in the Rolling Stone article. So Liz will share her findings.
I made some highlights for you guys to discuss some of the contrast between what Chae is claiming is going on and what Bella is claiming is going on.
So explain to me exactly how the Daddy's Girls work, because how many girls are in a relationship together?
It's not a together thing. Everybody is in a relationship. Well, not everybody, but at the time it was just the main girls. So the main girls we was in like a poly relationship. And then there was the daddy girls, which was like, you could say like they daddy girls, you know? I don't want to like downgrade them. It was just a sisterhood.
So it's girls that have Angela's name tattooed on them and they're just fans. They don't know her.
The last few girls that did it actually have a situation with Angela. All the daddy girls don't get to do that. The only ones that do that is the ones that's close to her. The rest of the girls only see her on Saturday. They can inbox her on Instagram, but it's mainly on Saturdays when she go live.
Chae had said that she and other members were told to cut themselves as punishment, which is what we talked about earlier. However, Bella claims that Chae was the only one who cut, and it was only because she wanted to. And here's a clip of that.
Wow.
Have you cut? Do you cut for Angela?
I haven't. No. And Angela was telling Chae to cut because that's something Chae wanted to do. I know for a fact that is also something that Chae always asks for also.
So that was you're saying that
you know,
it was a punishment that Chae wanted.
Exactly.
But why would Chae want to cut herself?
Because that's something that turns her on.
She also tried to get Angela to tell Bella and Bunny to cut too because it was a turn on for her.
But some people might say that she was asking for it because at that point she wanted to do anything to please Angela.
No, that wasn't the case. She even asked Angela to make me and Bunny do it so it could turn her on.
So she was kind of trying to use it for her own pleasure in a really weird and twisted way.
So
according
this
to
kind
Bella.
of plays into what we were just discussing a few minutes ago. It's feeling like Chae's the only person that has had this experience, which is really twisted just to think about. And Bunny is also the person who is still in the cult. She is quote unquote, you remember from from the last interview, the secretary of the hose.
Right.
Bunny is now the secretary of the hose.
Another important highlight I wanted to talk about was that Chae claimed that the women were forced, but Bella claims that consent was a big part of the relationships, saying it was a choice to either deal with her or not to deal with her.
She wanted multiple women. So it was your choice to either deal with her or not deal with her.
And you was okay with dealing with that?
I was okay with dealing with that, yes.
And that was another thing we saw in our comments as well.
Yes,
a lot of people were saying these are grown women, you know.
Yeah, they were never forced.
Exactly.
No one was controlling them. So this kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Bella is claiming that Angela was never abusive to her and that Angela never abused Chae either. She counters Chae's claims by saying that Angela only did those things because she wanted to please Chae and that Angela is a pleaser. So that kind of goes hand in hand with what the other member of the cult was saying, is that Angela just did things because the girls wanted her to.
She did whatever their vice was, whatever it was that turned them on, whatever their secret dirty pleasure was, she used it with them. And so this is something that we've heard, again, like you said, from multiple members of the group. Again, Chae is the outlier.
The interviewer actually asked Bella, why does she think her relationship with Angela was so different from Chae's experience? And Bella said it's because she knew Angela on a deeper level and got to know the real her.
I feel like they all said that they knew the real her.
Yeah, I feel like they all kind of wanted to be in that number one spot. They all felt like they had a special relationship with Angela, when in reality they were all probably on the same
level. Yeah, I don't.
Same playing field.
Just like you remember when Chae was saying last time that Bella was someone that Angela just looked down on. Bella wasn't anyone that she respected. She just kind of took her money, all of those things. And also, just to know, I think there's been a lot of speculation around the fact that Bella could possibly still be in it. And all of these interviews that she's doing beyond that, because she is being very defensive of Angela, and that's something we saw throughout this interview. So some people are thinking maybe she's still with Angela, maybe she's still in contact with her, because she has said multiple times that she still loves her. So maybe she still has that Stockholm syndrome, you know, that attachment to this person. So she can't really look at it without those rose-colored glasses.
Right.
You're a victim. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
a
am
victim.
victim.
I'm a victim of what?
I'm taking all y'all souls. Do y'all understand why y'all watching me? Because I'm taking all y'all souls. Y'all don't even know that shit. That's why y'all so attached to me. That's why y'all so invested in me. That's why y'all want to watch me every Saturday, because I already got your soul, baby.
that is all we have on our Bella versus Chae. Bella and Chae, you know, it's this whole thing has been a Bella versus Chae battle. And I feel like a lot of these things that we're going to be discussing today that we have been thus far is just battles between people who are not Angela. Right. If that makes sense. A lot of this video you're going to notice we're talking about people who are not Angela because these are all the things that are happening surrounding her, which is again bringing her more attention.
Yeah, the sister wives are fighting.
Yes, everyone's fighting. Everyone's fighting, including the activists that are supposed to be defending these women. So... All right, so I am back to deliver the final allegations that we have seen on Angela, which I think are the most damning of everything we talked about in any of these videos combined. We've seen now that she's branched out from just BBW women. We see that she's actually recruited members of all shapes and sizes and also all colors and ethnicities and backgrounds. So Angela's not discriminating anymore. Anybody can be a Daddy's Girl member, and don't take that as an invitation to go. I'm just letting you know that's what's going on. But one commonality I saw that all the women had is they were single mothers. So it seems like she still is targeting a demographic that she perceives as vulnerable women or easy women to prey on. Yes, you read that right. I know that's a hefty allegation to just be spouting around if you don't have any evidence. So of course I will be backing that up with video proof, which is sadly not anything that I wanted to show. And for those in the first video who were thinking like, okay, these women aren't really victims, they're adults. Well, now it's an absolutely different story. So you cannot tell me that any minor that goes in contact with her is not a victim. Let me remind you that Angela is 27, 28. So it really all started with these allegations. I'm gonna read a comment from a subscriber from the last video. She actually has targeted children. She told a 17-year-old to pull up on her because the age of consent is 17, which she said live on TikTok. She also threatened to traffic a 10-year-old and has communicated with the 17-year-old daughter of one of them, of one of the women that was in the cult. It's kind of a mess. So addressing the 10-year-old comment, that's actually something that we talked about in our last video. So King, if you remember him, he has alleged that Angela has threatened to traffic his 10-year-old daughter, although he has only sent a cropped picture of the text. I don't know if he was trying to block Angela's number or if he could have garnered that text himself. So it's still up in the air about that, but the second part of that we do have actual evidence of.
I want the 17-year-old. Bring that pussy here. I said I want that 17-year-old. Bring that pussy here. She really said that. I'm tired of all this bullshit. Jill. Well, 16 is consent here, baby. I said I want that 17-year-old. Bring that pussy here. I want her. She in here? Come to the front. Is she in here? Yes or no? I need her. Bring her here.
All right, Miss Mayor. I don't know what that was, but I'm good off that.
Why did you start fucking regressing?
Spitting everywhere. That's a mess. That was actually really disturbing. You gotta go, babes, because that's messed up. That's very messed up. You out here saying that you need a 17-year-old bring that vagina here. Miss ma'am, 28, 26, gee, you're 27, Jesus, like that's messed up. Yeah. I just can't, I mean, before you were being cocky, now this is just,
it's getting out of hand. Like, I feel like maybe at first some of the stuff she was doing was, I guess, just for clout. But even you saying something like that is, I mean, that's never okay.
You're implicating yourself, I feel. Like, you're very much so implicating yourself and then making a mockery out of it. Yeah. Like it's a joke, like it's a game. But that's someone's kid, you know.
And I feel like that's a whole nother level of disgusting that you have reached. But go off, sis. Again, she is 27, 28. So that is a whole 10 years younger than her. They're still in high school. Like, think about that. I just, I can't. Why? Another thing I wanted to add before we get further into the other allegations is the fact that she's playing into this idea that she's evil. I know a lot of you guys in my last video were saying that she's evil, like clearly she has some demonic things or some witchcraft stuff going on, and you guys are not the only ones to say that. A lot of people on TikTok have also expressed that, and she has just ran with it. She's saying that her ancestors have called her to do this, and ultimately she's displaying a lot lot of the behavior that everyone has talked about. So now we see her with head wraps, and she'll have candles up all around her, and she'll be praying or maybe looking more demonic, or editing a picture to make it a little bit more saturated to make you really scared. Like, it's just, she's just playing into it. To her, it's a game, but I don't really think that that's the core of all of this. Again, we told you what the core of all of this is. This is money. This is money and power. That's really it. But I don't think it really is that serious when it comes to spiritual. I think she's kind of just mocking it, and she's having a good time with all the comments. She's having a good time with all the attention that we're giving her. I even came across a picture of someone actually having an altar with a picture of her, and then, you know, the wooden altar, and they pray to Angela at that altar. I've seen countless comments now with blood emojis, you know, to show sacrifice. She also even joined one of the lives of Nature Boy, who a lot of you guys were also talking about in the last video. You guys were saying we were too young for that, and maybe I don't know too much about Nature Boy, but I get the gist of it if you relating him to her. So she was on his live, you know, they were talking about tips and expressing why they do what they do to each other. So there's a lot of videos out there about that. I can link some below in the bio.
That thing. And that's the same when people say something about you, I say he doing his thing. That's the same thing I say, he doing his thing. Right. Y'all mad y'all can't do it? Do you hear me? They mad. Mad as fuck, jealous as hell. Right.
Even Bunny, who is basically Chae's replacement, the quote-unquote secretary of the hoes, she is wearing a headscarf and as she's praying to Angela and all of her TikToks. So no one knows what that's about. It's just, I just feel like all of it is just playing into this kind of, they're trolling us. Like, it's just playing into this game that whatever you say we are, we are. Now, these minor allegations started floating around on TikTok, and it got in the hands of a TikToker with a follower count of 1.5 million followers, and he was fed up with Angela. I'll insert the video in and Liz and I's reaction because I couldn't leave that out.
I want you all to understand that rhetoric like this is why I am not allowing Angela off the hook. Trigger warning, as these next two videos have themes of grooming and pedophilia. These are the words of a 27-year-old.
I'm sorry, that was intense.
No, it was.
That was very.
It was fucking scary.
He's not playing.
He's the fucking cyber police.
You know what? And that's okay.
I bet.
But like, wow, that I feel like made my heart stop. Like, what's happening? But okay.
Yes, I'm R. Kelly. I am. And I am. What you gonna do about it? 16 is consensual, baby. 16 is consensual.
Hold on. I just want to pause for all y'all people that came for her Arkisha comment compare her to R. Kelly. She just did.
Right.
She just compared herself to R. Kelly. She wishes she could be on R. Kelly's level.
Yeah, that's really her goal.
But
y'all were cursing me out.
Right.
Period. And they want this dick so fucking bad. You know what I mean? I want that 17-year-old. I want that pussy.
I want you to understand that you are a victim.
You a victim.
He makes me scared to be a victim.
Girl, I'm telling you, he's a cyber police.
Oh my God.
Call this nigga.
Yeah.
It's like, Angela, if you didn't mess up before, you definitely messed up now, bringing minors into the equation. It became a huge like TikTok back and forth battle between Angela and I Speak, which is the TikToker we just saw. Angela would talk about him on live. She'd be spouting all these insults, talking about his big head, blah, blah, blah. And he'd just be like, okay, but you're a predator who preys on minors. So you can spout any insult to me, but you're literally doing something illegal. So of course, you know, the only way she knew how to hit him back was with an insult. And so I will put on the screen what she hit him with. Yeah, so that's Angela for you. That's Angela in a nutshell. If you can't beat the argument, insult the person. Insult the person until they shut up. So all of this ignited an even bigger TikTok uproar between Aunt Karen, I Speak, Taya, all of these people, all of these key players that we've been talking about in these past 2 videos. Everybody was talking about Angela on their lives. People were having, I swear, people were having 5 to 6 hour lives talking about this. Aunt Karen was having 5 to 6 hour lives talking about this. It was crazy. And I was on there trying to record some of it, but honestly, it was too overwhelming because you're getting so many different opinions coming through. So everyone was on their lives talking about Angela, but no one was able to actually get her in their live to talk face to face with her until I Speak got into a live with her, and I'll show y'all the video right now.
On this app, hold on this app is primarily targeted toward 13 and 19-year-olds. You are an influencer. You are an influencer.
You keep making shit about me. I don't even know you.
I'm sorry?
I don't know you.
What have I said that's been a lie?
I don't know. You just made a video about me for no apparent reason. They ain't got shit to do with you.
Was
if
that
you want clout, my nigga,
was that not predatory behavior? Was that not predatory behavior?
Clout, do that shit. I see you, my guy.
Angela, was that not predatory behavior?
You said what?
Was that not predatory behavior?
Was that not predatory behavior?
Predatory behavior, yes. Was it not predatory behavior?
My guy, I don't know what you're talking about, my guy.
You said you 10 years older than a 17-year-old. And you told her.
That's your problem.
You told her to pull up.
That's your problem.
You told her to.
I'm not talking about your daughter.
You're not answering the question.
I'm not talking about you.
You're not answering.
So as long as it's not, you have the right to address that situation.
Question. So because it's not my daughter, it has nothing to do with me. That what you're saying?
This shit keep on going down. Hold on 1 second.
Is that what you're saying?
I can't hear you.
I said I'm asking you because it's not my daughter. It has nothing to do with me. That what you're saying?
Correct.
And you don't think that's a problem?
My nigga, you keep making videos.
First of all,
what do you need? I know you got hella followers. You need clout. You need views. What do you need from me?
Angela, I can promise you 2 things. Number 1, you don't have clout.
What do you need from me?
Angela, I can promise you 2 things. Number 1, you don't have clout. You don't have clout. I have credibility.
When you made videos about me, my guy,
Angela, I don't get clout off of you. Angela, I don't get clout off of you. You don't have nearly the credibility
so why do you keep
that I
making
have.
Videos? Why do you feel
because you're disgusting. About me?
I'm a female, my nigga.
That's why. I'm sorry?
I'm a female. You scooping down to a female level. I shouldn't even be in your mouth, my guy.
You said I'm stooping down to a female's level. That's what you said?
That's exactly what I said.
No. Me stooping down to a female's level is me calling you out your name other than the things that I've brought forth.
My God, why do you keep making videos about me? It's been 3 videos already. Why?
Because you're disgusting.
I'm disgusting?
And you need to be off this app. That's why.
You don't feel like you are?
No, not at all.
Because you perfect, right?
No, never said I was perfect.
Goofy.
Never.
You perfect. You ain't
never
perfect.
Never said I was perfect. Absolutely
You're
not.
Perfect.
Never said I was perfect. I'm not perfect.
You have no right to
Angela,
discuss anybody, anything.
I'm not perfect.
I did my live. You decided to go on your live.
I let y'all watch the whole clip because you see she just keeps deflecting, oh, I can't hear you because the stuff's going out or this don't got nothing to do with you. Like, it's just, he's just trying to get to the point. Why? Why are you talking to minors? She's not having it. She's spouting out every insult because that's just who she is. There's not really any getting through to her. So this whole Angela situation was very viral on TikTok, and with any viral trend, you're gonna have people who take it super seriously, and you're gonna have people who kind of memify it and make it a joke. So we had impersonators. Angela had literal impersonators. I will play you some videos of this person, but she would impersonate Angela. She would put the wig on, the contacts, and do the things that Angela would do in her videos, and Angela would comment and she would say, ha ha ha, this all love. And you'd see other people making videos about how they don't want to be trafficked by Angela, etc., etc. So it just became something that was super serious to kind of a joke,
Stupid, guys. Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
Angela, this girl, who is literally laughing at us, whose ego is larger than ever. Well, until these girls got on her live.
Hold on. Who are you? I'm Nunu. What's happening? Hold on. What's your name? I'm Nunu. What's your name? My name Daddy. Never. I'm still confused on who Daddy is. You know who I am? Huh? I got 300 people over here. My followers watching you. 300 people is watching you right now. So what does that mean? That means shut the fuck up and behave. Boy, bye, or girl, bye. I mean, daddy, girl, sister, mother, brother, cousin. Y'all hoes ugly anyway, you feel me? I don't even do this. I got hella followers. Fuck out of here. Y'all hoes is ugly anyway. Fuck is you talking about? I got hella followers. Fuck out of here. Are y'all dumb? The fuck?
But despite all of that lightheartedness, the people that were really talking about this as a serious topic really got through, finally, I guess, to TikTok, and she finally got banned.
I know it ain't the consequences of my actions. You know it's your boy.
All the TikTokers were rejoicing. They were celebrating that Angela was finally banned from TikTok because that was the ultimate goal, right? That would be the end of it, right? But of course, absolutely not. That was not the end of it. She just continued to make more and more accounts, more backup accounts, and her followers, her cult members would just keep sharing all of the accounts, and she would just gain more followers that way. So really, Angela never disappeared from TikTok, and she is to this day still on TikTok. Now, I'm not gonna link all of her new accounts because really that's just gonna bring more eyes to her, more followers, and do we really have time for that? I know you like Savonne, you should be saying that to yourself, but look, we're gonna talk about that at the end, okay? We almost there. Before she could even make these new TikTok accounts, she would join other live streaming platforms and she would go live for her girls there. So it just makes you wonder, why is she doing all of this live streaming? Like, what's the purpose of it? Like, is it because she needs the attention, or is it something that is a little bit more obvious?
Are you stupid?
No, Daddy.
Don't ever send me no $300. The fuck I'm gonna do with $300, buddy? Don't send me that shit. I'm not playing. You hear me?
Yes, Daddy.
I will fuck you up. Crazy bitch. Don't send me no fucking $300. Crazy hoe. Bitch, if it's not 500 or more, I can't do shit with that shit. You hear me? Don't send me no $300 today. I don't like that shit. Yeah, she sent me 500 on top of the 300. Okay, 800. That's what she should be doing in the first place. Don't send me no $300. Why you send me $300, Bunny? Why?
There's no excuse, Daddy.
So why'd you do that?
I don't know, Daddy.
Huh?
I don't know, Daddy. I'm sorry.
Why'd you send me 300? That's all you had? Like, what was the reason?
Like, that's what I had in that account. That's why I have to pay.
Don't ever in your life try me like that.
Yes, Daddy.
The fuck wrong with you, hoe? I got bills to pay, bitch. You crazy? Don't send me no $300 fucking dollars, you dumb. You must be dumb. Kayla just sent me 200. And that's for I love you more, my amazingly beautiful guy. I love you too, baby. This is my Bunny, stand up. Bunny, stand up. Stand up. And go where? This bitch ain't going nowhere. Y'all crazy. I done cut this girl hair off everything. I don't give a fuck, and I did. And I did. And I do it again. You better be lucky that I'm even letting her grow her hair out. Because I do it again. And I will. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Thank you, Niecy, for the gifts. Thank you, Ebony. I do it again. I don't care. She has some pretty ass curls in her hair. I ain't like that shit. I did. Because niggas always just look at her ass. I ain't like that shit. So I cut that shit off. I did. Oh well, this ain't no joke. I'm not faking for the camera or none of that shit. I'm being 100 with y'all. This ain't no fucking joke. And I did. And I do it again. She better be happy I'm letting her grow her fucking hair out right now. I ain't playing. Y'all think this is a joke? This ain't no joke. Y'all on here trying to laugh and play. I ain't playing. I'm being 100 with y'all. Nah, cause niggas always try to get on her. I don't like that shit, bro. I don't like niggas be trying to get on her cause her hair. I don't like that shit, bro.
Well, one night, I joined one of her lives just because I just wanted to see what was all the hype about. What does she do in these lives that is so interesting that has these girls hooked? I just needed to know. So she hosts these lives between 10 p.m. and 12 a.m. and I'm not really sure why she does that. I don't know if that's her way of getting the audience that she wants, late night scrollers. Like, I'm not sure why she does that. Maybe she just has a schedule that allows for that. But it don't look like she got a job. So I screen recorded the duration of what I watched, so I'll show you guys what I saw.
I'm just trying to be wholesome and great. And also, I'm just trying to live the best life that I can live like I'm doing. Sorry.
So the process is pretty simple. She's chatting with her current members. They're all stroking her ego. And TikTok is doing that beautiful thing called the algorithm and bringing her onto various people's For You pages and bringing more people into her live so that she can maybe sell to them that they should be a cult member as well. Wow, I don't know why that sentence was so hard to get out. She's interactive. She sings. She dances. She calls people out. She's really trying to be the most enticing. She's inviting. You don't really think anything of it if you were to just scroll upon her live and not know who she was. So during this live, anytime she saw a girl that would comment that they wanted to be a part of what she had going on, she would say, "You're mine now, Adora," which is a quote from an anime, but it was a huge TikTok trend for a little bit. So essentially she's just saying, if you want to be a part of it, you're mine. You're in, you're in, you're in.
Dark and lovely, I got you. You're mine now, Adora.
So after doing that, she would then have a photo shoot and she would turn the comments off so that all of her members can take screenshots pictures of her so that they can use that screenshot picture in their TikTok videos to promote her.
Take out pictures.
I literally had to exit out because I was not about to watch her sit there and pose. I'll leave a couple in there, but it's super cringy, dude. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and watch you pose, girl. And of course, before she turns the comments off, she'd have people in the comments saying, "You don't know who she is. Like, girls don't join this. She's a cult leader. Like, she's trying to lead you down a dark path." And then she'd turn off the comments. She'd do her photo shoot and she'd say, "Hey, are you haters mad? Y'all mad? Y'all mad?" That's her hugest thing. She loves coming for the haters. And then while all this was happening, she was, of course, getting her money.
It's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get this money for the rent.
Surprise, surprise. As I said a little bit earlier, it's all about money. You really got to think about it. When you get on these live stream platforms, they're literally you have your fans who send gifts to you, and those gifts can be translated into forms of money for you. From my limited knowledge of the TikTok Creator Fund, you don't really get paid as much as you do if you were to go live, because I guess when you're going live, your followers can pay you directly. So Angela was going through those types of things where she would get all these gifts from her followers, but also you would hear occasionally, you would hear a lot throughout her live that she'd get the coin drop because she got a notification from Cash App because she got sent some money.
Cash App. That was weird. Coins dropping. Okay, well, thank you for the $5. I appreciate you. 20 from Mandy. 25 from Artrice for a kiss. Silk Rose. 40. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much.
And so the money would go from like $5 to $10 to $20 to $50 to $100. And at one point, somebody sent her $500.
500 from Yolanda. Happy anniversary. Love your wife. Y'all mad?
And they said this was for their anniversary because it's been a year since her and Angela have been together. So it is very clear to me that she is just riding this out, milking these women for money. She's like, okay, $500 here. She is accepting all of these payments from people, and the new members that she would have join her lives. She would have them send $1, $5 just so that she can shout them out in the live. Like how more like money hungry can you get? You know, it's clear what she's doing and why she is doing it. We don't really see what she's doing for work. She has her oil business, we see, and I saw all y'all comments talk about she's so as she's getting all this money, she's calling out the haters. She's saying, hey, me and my girls are doing great. We 86 and strong. You see, clearly they're sending me money. We all good. You guys are just haters. So one thing that a lot of people were talking about that we saw Bella reference and as well as Chae is that some people really have not met Angela at all. Like not all 86 of these women that she's been talking about that she has in this cult has met her in person. A lot of them will just see her on Zoom or see her on TikTok. She's now up 86 members and apparently is having real life meetups with some of the women. So we see some of the women that I've shown in this video and then a lot of the women you've seen on TikTok that are like her main group of people. They met up and that was the intro video you saw, but I will bless you with the full clip. Yes, I will.
Y'all see our trees?
Cupcake.
Goofy. Yes, Cupcake.
I'm Goofy.
I'm gonna get you. Come
Okay,
here. Be quiet. Be quiet. Let me talk.
Yes, Daddy.
Thank you. Cupcake. She's so colorful. She's such a baby. Y'all know that. If we got Kitty, we got Kitty, we got Kitty. And guess what? My Kitty is hers. Hold on, wait. Be quiet.
Yes, Daddy.
Thank you. We got Kitty that will turn into a cat when it come to me.
A full jaguar.
Hold on,
Please
not it's jaguar. Exactly.
Please try it.
Try it.
Please try with my happiness.
Try it. Please.
I dare you try with my happiness.
You're childish. It'll never happen.
Never ever.
Y'all mad? Y'all see all these girl videos and they with me right now. And guess what? I already done.
Hey, hit it from the back, love bug.
Hit it from the back, love bug. Y'all bitches mad. Report it.
It's not me, Orca baby.
Love bug. Exactly. Y'all bitches mad.
It's not me, Orca baby. Y'all talking about
y'all mad?
Y'all talking about y'all big man.
You know, I'm starting to think Rolling Stone wasn't wrong. You know, I think the BDSM is really coming into play here, especially when we see them look. Why do they have collars on? Angela, are you serious? Collar, like. So I know one of my biggest questions, and I know you guys have been thinking this too, is what does her family think? Like, this has gone to national news, and her hashtag has over 1.2 million videos on that alone. So I know she is spreading right now. I know with that many videos on TikTok, she has had to have made it to Facebook where all the family members will see it. And so she made a little video saying that this is how her family feels about this whole situation.
I ain't mad at you. Got nothing but love for you.
So that's what she said, but I did have some commenters from last video who said that they know her or the family talk about their experience. So I'm gonna read some of those. So Alexis Patton said, I'm shocked because she's my old best friend's cousin. Angela used to be so possessive of her cousin, but that was a long time ago. I was so proud of her for her weight loss and for her business, but I didn't know about all this. And then someone asked about her cousin, and Alexis said she's living in New York. She knows about all of this, and she said her and their family are embarrassed about her action and hate that she's in the family. And they all thought that she was doing good, but then this all came out. So that is what Alexis Patton says. That suggests something completely different than what Angela is saying. Chase the Cloud says, I'm sorry, do you guys ever read a username and you want to laugh? Like, that's a cool username, but like, it's so weird saying usernames in real life. No one talks about that. But okay, Chase the Cloud says, several people who claim to know her, from former neighbors to relatives, have spoken out in the comment sections across YouTube and TikTok. All the ones that I've seen say Angela has not been the same since her mother has passed and has issues that she refuses to address. Angela herself has said that she's schizophrenic and unmedicated. I have not seen that, but that's something I haven't heard yet. One person claims to be a cousin, says she'll be doing an interview with a YouTuber soon. So that was, when I took the screenshot, it was a month ago. It was probably 2 months ago by now. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. It was probably 2 months ago by now, and we haven't seen any video yet. So I will be waiting. And if you wanted that YouTuber to be me, it's not me. It's not me. But you know what? No, it's not me. And then Eternal Max said, I know people that grew up with her in Pontiac and she's nothing like this. Everyone was shocked when they started to see this. And she did comment back. I did want her to email me about just a little bit more information if she had some, but really I just wanted to leave it at that, just because I didn't want to push too hard. So thank you again for putting the information that you did put forth. So these are things that some of our commenters are saying. We're not sure. Again, all of this is alleged. We don't know what's really going on. These people could be not ever related to her, but then at the same time, why would they lie? So you take that information with a grain of salt, and let us know in the comments what you think. So ultimately, like I said in the beginning of this video, all of this information has been extremely damning. There is not one piece of information in this video that has made me want to go be a member of the Daddysgirls cult, and it should not make you want to be a member of the Daddysgirls cult, or it should not make you want to give Angela any more attention than she has already gotten, essentially. So that's really what I wanted to wrap the video up saying, is Angela again is feeding off of all of our attention, us talking about this, and really that's a reason why I sat on this video for so long, because I wasn't sure if I really wanted to keep giving her all of this attention. And then of course I had my other things going on, but that was one of the big reasons why I didn't want to put this video out immediately. Angela is still making her TikToks, she is still going live, she is still recruiting. Nothing really has been done on a large sense, and we have not seen this interview that one of my commenters says she is going to do. So really, I think the best thing that we should do right now is just ignore her, and maybe she'll just go away. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for sticking around in this video. I am so excited to come back to my channel. I have so much stuff I want to talk about. And look, as Euphoria is back, I don't know if you guys know, that is my favorite all-time favorite show, and Euphoria is now back. So I have a lot to say, a lot to talk about, especially with my beloved Rue and Jules. It is so crazy because 2 years ago I had no one to talk about this stuff with, and now there's everyone to talk about this stuff with. So I'm super excited to come back with some new content. Loki, my little dog is jumping up right now because he wants to go for a walk. So I'm just gonna say, love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. He needs to be groomed. Bye-bye. Yeah, he's going to get a haircut this week. Bye-bye.